Principal of the college, Professor Dr. Seema Naz, Chairperson of the session, Professor Sandeep Kumar, discussant, Dr. Sameer. Very good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Well, the topic which I have chosen for my today's presentation is innovative teaching methods for compendious college education. Now, colleges today must adapt to the evolving needs of students by incorporating innovative teaching methods that go hand in hand with the traditional methods of our lectures, which we are already doing in our classrooms. We can do that by blending online and offline approach.
Humaira Khurshid, Research Scholar, Department of Education, Kashmir University. I'm here to present my paper on designing technology-enabled classroom on cost-effective basis. It's basically a case study which I would like to share. Kendriya Vidyalaya Pahalgam, nestled in the breathtaking landscapes of Kashmir's popular tourist destination, had always strived for excellence in education. However, like many schools in the region, it faced challenges in integrating modern technology due to budget constraints. This changed when Rahul Sharma took over as new principal, bringing in with him a vision to create a technology-enabled learning environment without straining the schools in limited resources.
I would, speak on the issue that they did. Education, in light of the new education policy, and would it be good for us and for our society, and what could be the challenges that we're likely to face. Maybe I could be a little bit orthodox in a way, ladies and gentlemen, if you see the kind of world we are living in, and does new education policy address those issues that are happening around us in our country and in the world.
Scholars in the audience, my fellow colleagues, my teachers also, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. There are many things in my mind that I want to correlate with the new educational policy in light of information and communication technology. But since there have been a number of discussions since morning, and I personally believe that there are two things that deserve central attention. One is creation of a knowledge society, and the second one is how will we connect pragmatically to different dimensions of knowledge. The title of my paper was Role of ICT in Teaching Learning.
Questions and inquiries and suggestions.
Thank you so much. It was a nice presentation. We were having 4 presenters all together. The theme is on technology. So here we have seen that first Susanna has presented, and in that she has just mentioned many of the platforms. Now first I'll take the questions, then let us come to the final discussions. So do you have any questions regarding that? The topic was innovative offline and online modes of teaching. Yes.
So I have a couple of questions. I'll be very brief. Since all the paper presenters did not get enough time, and so many of the things remain unexplained. So the first question is for the first paper presenter, Dr. Suzanne Bashir. You talked about the innovative modes of teaching, yes? And in that you talked about the introduction of gamification in education. So can you please just give us some examples of different disciplines? I just needed a bit of clarification. Dr. Yunisa, you talked about education in light of NEP 2020, and you talked about the different challenges which are being faced by the world, and there is so much of unpredictability as far as the future is concerned, and it's very difficult to come up with some education policy which can actually deal with these kind of problems. So then, in the last slide, you talked about the things which should be done in order to deal with these things. And then
man is a slave of technology or he is a master of technology in present era.
I don't see maybe the experts can debate on this issue, but
Sure it is that we cannot say no to technology. You cannot tell your child that don't use Google, AI and other things. I don't think you will go back to the past. You would tell us how, I does and don't.
तमाम पैनलिस्ट से एक ही सवाल मैं पूछूंगा, चूंकि NAP 2020 का जहाँ तक मैंने मुताला किया है, इसका पहला जो बेनिफिट था वो ये था कि ग्रास रेशियो एनरोलमेंट जो है वो बढ़ जाएगा 235 तक, वो एज पर गाइडलाइंस जो है वो 25 से 35 तक पहुंचाना था, 40 तक पहुंचाना था। लेकिन जो प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन है हमारे कॉलेजेस की, मुझे लगता है कि सभी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स जो आपके कॉलेज
So, humble opinion that one, what we have to do, we have to make education a free affair. Two, we have to give a support skill, and a support skill must be free, so that the parents or the students who are supposed to get the education, they are not hesitant to come into the colleges.
Thank you very much for the responses you have given to the questions. I think we have taken a few important note to our credit when we go back and work upon it. Why there are a lot of dropouts? This story starts from school. It's not only that we are facing it in higher education in Srinagar or Kashmir. Even in school, if you see, if you do even a small survey, like how many secondary school we have over primary school, you'll come to know why segregation was there. But now we can see a lot of change. It took a lot of struggle to reach to this phase to the women. Similarly, yes, there are a lot of issues in technology now. Signal nahi hai, issue nahi hai, there are a lot of many things there. But gradually we have to think positive to move towards that direction. And we have to all the time think, the school example this she has taken very beautifully. School has, created a lot of space and opportunities for learner digitalization. But the foremost thing is that we need to, teach or need to create a kind of environment where we need to understand the moral ethics with the digital education. If we will not do with it, then probably if I have a mobile phone and the child have a mobile phone, they can search anything, whatever they want to do. So the kind of morality in terms of what to be used and not to be used, rather say ethical use of technology need to be there. And moving beyond this, we can never be slave of technology. We can only be facilitated with both the things so that we can move further. So with these words, I would like to thank to the panel, also to the audience, also to the principal madam, or to the and everybody sitting here. Thank you very much. We are closing for the session.
Thank you.
We have mementos to give away. I will request Madam Principal to come up on the dais. This was forgotten, but somehow we are correcting it now. I have been forgetful. Now, we thank him for sparing this time. Professor Samir from Jamia Millia Islamia. Thank you for being with us in this conference. Thank you. This ends this session. Thank you very much.